I mentioned, but I don't want you to get confused about that. There's no notice period for to end the fixed term contract, but there is a notification obligation. So what does that mean? If you have a contract for a fixed term and it is 6 months, so not 6 months or longer, but 6 months, so it's a little bit different compared to the probation period, the employer is obligated to inform the employee of what is going to happen next. It is to give the employee, in this case, more time to search for a new job and not hear it one day before, we're not extending. So you have the obligation as a company to inform the employees 1 month upfront in writing if the contract is going to be extended or not. And not only if it's going to be extended or not, but also under which terms and conditions it's going to be extended. So there are two conditions. If you don't extend, it's just, we're not extending, this is going to be your last day. If you want to take your remaining vacation days, please let us know, and a financial settlement. If you do want to renew, you need to let them know under which terms and conditions. And there are some penalties if you don't do that. And now employment law sounds terrible if I hear myself talking about all the obligations you have as a company. But if you just follow them, it's very easy. So the employee can claim a penalty from the company the moment he or she is not notified. So no notification at all would mean that the company would need to pay 1 month's salary if the employee asks for it. The employee needs to go to court to claim it. So that is a pretty big step to take. But they could, and they have 2 months to do that after the end date of the contract. If the notification is given too late, for example, after 1 week, then the penalty is prorated. So then it's 1 week of a month time. They have a right for a penalty. Usually, this is the common practice, if no notification is given, but the contract is extended, no employee will probably say, well, thank you for the extension, now I want my penalty. You don't do that because you want to be a good employee. No, so that hardly ever happens, but that possibility does exist. Notification too late, it will be a pro rata portion of the 1 month's salary. This is the gross salary, so it's without the vacation allowance, it's without bonuses, it's without overtime, it's just the pure base monthly salary. And what happens if you don't do it, but you do keep the employee employed? So for example, December 31st, last day of work, and the employee shows up on January 2nd, just sits at his desk, starts working, and you don't say anything. Then the employment is tacitly extended. And that is extended for the same duration the previous contract was, with a maximum of 1 year, and under the same conditions. So be careful if you let someone work. Otherwise, if someone sits down, you have to say, no, sorry, go home, and then it might work. But you really have to be, take care of that. Notifying that it will be renewed, but not telling them under which terms and conditions. That means the employee cannot claim a penalty, but the employment will be continued under the same terms and conditions again. And most probably that is what you wanted, but perhaps you wanted to make some changes. That is not possible then. It will be renewed tacitly again for the same duration under the same terms and conditions. So be careful. It is when a contract is 6 months that this obligation arises.